Hey, what's going on, world? What's going on, world? What's going on, world? I am King here. And pretty much, man, this is the first video that I'm going to actually feature on this channel. And what this is all about, I'm kind of like reviewing, paternity court shows, all right? Because for some reason, I kind of looked at one episode and I'm like, whoa, there's a catch to that. So what I'm going to do is, my disclaimer, I don't have any rights to the videos. You know what I mean? I don't have any rights to the audio. This is all fair use for edutainment purposes, just to break down the videos. All right, I'm gonna pause, talk about it, and then I'm just gonna, give my overall, conclusion as to what I think of the videos. All right, so let's check it out. Let's go to the first one first. Let me just let it be known. Let it be known.
Fair use. Fair use.
All right, let me share the screen. And all the videos, like I said on this channel, in regards to paternity court, it's all for edutainment purposes. All right, let's do this. Give me a second here. All right, share screen. Share screen. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. That's not where we at. Right here.
You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor. This is a case of Darensburg versus Wilson.
Thank you, Jerome.
You're welcome.
Good day, everyone.
Good day.
Now, Mr. Darensburg,
Yes.
you are seeking the results of a paternity test to prove that you are not the father of Ms. Wilson's 22-year-old son, Damone, who you say the defendant once told you was another man's child. Now, you claim she's buried you in child support debt, and once today's results prove you are not the young man's father.
All right, let's stop right here, right? I'm going to pause and let's take a look. I'm looking at features right now, all right? I'm starting from the top of the head. I don't see the resemblance. The head is different. The lips is different. The nose is different. The ears, can't really tell. And plus, the alleged son has a darker complexion. I guess he looks like his mother, but like the judge always say, right? You can't really tell by just the looks. So let's see what it is.
You will return to court to sue Ms. Wilson for more than $20,000 for unwarranted child support payments. Now, Ms. Wilson,
Yes, Your Honor.
you argue that Mr. Darensburg is a womanizing, lying, cheating, poor excuse for a man.
Yes, Your Honor.
You claim that during your relationship, he was married and engaged, I don't know how you do that, to other women
Yes, Your Honor.
while having an affair with you.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, now, Mr. Darensburg,
Yes, sir.
when did you first meet Ms. Wilson?
First of all, I would like to say thank you, Judge, for this opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to also add
Yes.
that you are extremely beautiful.
Well,
He's
thank you
lucky.
very much. I will not take that as testimony, but I will take it as fact. No, just teasing. Please proceed. How did you all meet?
Well, first of all, man, like, listen, you're in court and you're still flirting. You got a wife. You're engaged to women outside of the marriage. You got a girlfriend in the court and you're flirting with the judge. But anyway, it was a compliment well deserved. All right. The judge is absolutely beautiful. So I agree.
I was dating a friend of Miss Wilson. I was married but separated.
You said you were
I was-
married but separated and dating her
I
friend. Where's
was
fiance come
separated.
from?
I was separated and
But not divorced.
but not divorced yet. And I was planning to marry the young lady that Miss Wilson was friends with. So we went out one night. My fiance again. We had an argument, and I went out and I saw Miss Wilson. We had a conversation, a brief conversation. Maybe 20 minutes after that, we were in a hotel room.
Oh, you work fast.
Well, yeah, he works fast. She works fast. I mean, hey, two consenting adults, right? Is that wrong? Is there really a time? Is there really a time limit, right? To meet somebody and have sex? Is there a time for that? I know back in the day, women used to talk about this 3-month rule, but it seems like that all went out the window, right? So literally people just meeting each other nowadays and first night, first hour, first half an hour, they having sex. But hey, who am I to judge, right?
Very.
Extremely fast.
Okay. So, Ms. Wilson, how did you end up in the bed with him?
I was home from break. I was in college, and like he said, he had a argument or altercation, whatever, with his girlfriend at that time.
But was it your friend?
She was a friend, yeah. And we had sex once, and I got pregnant.
So obviously, since Mr. Darensburg is here today, he doesn't necessarily believe that he is the father of your son.
True.
So check this out, right? Now, do you think she is grimy? Do you think she is wrong because it was actually her friend that was supposedly engaged to the man, or they was dating, and she ended up in bed with him? Now, I'm not here to judge, but what would you say about that, right? Because that was a friend. I'm just saying, I'm just pointing some things out, all right? I'm just putting a few things out.
Were you also intimate with anyone else during that time period?
Yes, I had a boyfriend at the time who was at college.
You were also intimate with him during the same time frame?
Yes.
So she had a boyfriend. She was cheating on her boyfriend. And she wasn't just cheating on her boyfriend, but she was cheating on her boyfriend with, okay, her best friend's supposed fiance. Now, that's some crazy stuff right there. But like I said, I'm not here to judge. I'm just here breaking this down and to give my insight on all the cases that I can on paternity court. Because like I said, man, I got addicted to this. And behind all of this, there's a message that I want to send out there to everybody. All right?
Now, Mr. Darensburg, you have doubts.
Well, first of all, we only had sex one time. She was promiscuous. I was promiscuous as well. I didn't find out 2.5 years after she had the kid.
So you never heard from her anymore after this?
I saw Miss Wilson at my girlfriend's New Year's Eve party.
Oh, because you went on back to your girlfriend after that.
Of course. I was with my girlfriend the entire time.
And had no idea Ms. Wilson was pregnant.
When we went to the party, Ms. Wilson, she gave me a nasty look, but I didn't know she was pregnant. Well, I knew she was pregnant, but
Listen,
now
you knew or you
for
didn't
me,
know?
I knew you were pregnant.
And you told me you was marrying me also.
But I
So
also
you
know I
to
never
marry
told you
me.
I was going to marry you.
But when you found out you were pregnant, did you immediately call him and say, hey, Mr. Darensburg,
No.
I need to tell you something?
No.
So when you all got to this party that his girlfriend, your friend, was giving
Yeah.
for New Year's Eve, you showing.
Right. Right.
And so you're looking at her, and it doesn't even dawn on you.
It doesn't dawn on me, and I didn't want that to come out. I didn't want my girlfriend to find out
So,
that I.
well, we knew you were keeping the encounter a secret, but the point is when you laid eyes on Miss Wilson, saw her, and saw that she was pregnant, you didn't even think, oh, wow, that could be my child.
No, because I refused to think that.
You
I closed my eyes.
refused?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so he admit that she was, well, he said she was promiscuous and she didn't rebuttal that, right? So she agreed to it. He said he was promiscuous, so it was two people just sleeping around on their significant others, right? He didn't want his woman to know that she was pregnant because I guess he was really feeling that woman, so he wanted to marry the woman. But at first he said kid, right? So like I said, this is about breaking down the videos, also educating, all right, for edutainment purposes. So we're gonna learn a few things as we go along in these videos. And let me just go to Google real quick, and I'm gonna introduce you guys to a few things, right? I'm not sure if you guys know of etymology of words, right? So what we're going to do is I'm going to teach you guys about etymology of words. Etymology of words is the origin of the word, like the true energy, what the word was meant to carry. That is what an etymology of a word is. Okay, is the true meaning, not the definition, but the meaning. So at this time, he said that was, that wasn't his kid. She got pregnant with a kid, whatever. Well, I'm gonna share the etymology of kid with y'all. So like I said, this is also about learning, edutainment, right? Kid, let us look at the etymology of kid. First, I want to teach you guys what etymology is, okay? So let's click on that. Let's click on that. Even before we go to kid, let's look at etymology. The etymology, what does it mean? What is it? All right. Etymology, facts of origin and development of a word. All right. So that in itself is the etymology, the facts of the origin and the development of the word. So let's go back to kid. So I tell people, stop calling your children kid. All right. A kid is a young goat. All right. A kid is a young goat. So stop calling your children kids. All right. Your children are not kids. If we go look at the etymology of children, right? Children, child, right? Fetus, infant, unborn or newly born person, all right? So this, as you could see, is two different definitions, all right? Compare that to kid, which is a goat. So I just wanted to share that bit of information. Let's get back to the video. All right, give me a second here. Let's get back to the video. Where we at? Where is that video at? Right here. And I am sharing my screen. So let me continue the sharing of the screen.
At that time, that wasn't in the plan. So I had no idea. She didn't tell me
So
anything. So it was fine.
you didn't hear no evil. You
see
just
no
blocked
evil,
it out.
Smell no evil.
Okay, let's fast forward now to when Damone was born.
2.5 years when Danita had the child.
Right.
One of my fraternity brothers come up to me and asked me, "Hey man, did you see your kid?" I said, "Kid? What kid?" Danita Wilson. Oh man, no. So my grandfather and I, we drove down to Danita's home.
Okay, so you went to see about it.
Right, because I mean, yeah, a kid.
And grandfather and daddy said,
And what I
"Man,
denied-
that's your baby."
What I'm trying to
They even helped
back
me
up
with
the
money.
deadbeat.
They helped take care of my son.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
The deadbeat symbol that I wore, and I never knew that this child was my son.
So he's 2.5 years old, and you drive down with your grandfather.
To find out. So she says
And
yes.
when you see the child and you ask Miss Wilson, "Is this my child?" you tell him yes.
But I asked her also, Judge, how were you supporting this kid?
Wow.
Some other guy was supporting this kid, the father of the child.
All right, so let's take a little pause right there, right? Let's see if we could see a resemblance from a different angle. Now, I'm starting to see a little resemblance in the ears, just a little bit. The lips, no. The eyes, no. The nose, maybe a little bit. Maybe I'm reaching right there, but even the hairline on, in the forehead area, like the alleged father, his hairline is all the way back. But then maybe the alleged son got that from that genes from either his mother, because definitely he has his mother's complexion, or somewhere along the line. All right. And even the man himself looked like he's big bone. I don't know if that's natural, if it's genetic, or he probably just ate too much. I don't know. But once again, I'm just reaching. All right. I'm just reaching.
His name is not on the
You
birth
told me he
certificate.
was your love child.
Was there another man paying child support
not
for your
not
son?
for Damone. No,
Okay, so there was never
that's
anyone else
something he made up in his mind to keep
It was not.
Him.
And also,
in
away
denial.
and keep
And
him
no,
in denial
also,
from being
Judge,
the father of.
another time I come in, seemed like a guy was jumping out the window.
Okay,
So
well,
wait a minute.
wherever they was
Aren't you
jumping,
saying that
wherever they was
this
jumping,
was
you
happening
wasn't jumping your
after?
This was happening prior to, after.
He's trying to say that I was a whore or
I
whatever.
didn't say that.
if you
This was my phone before Call Joy. This is my phone.
Okay, let me just pause real quick. All right, where we at? Once again.
Fair use. Fair use.
Okay, so why is she lying on the man? The man never said she was a hoe. She's saying that. He said she was promiscuous, and he said he was also promiscuous. Now, when he said that, she never disputed that. All right? In a court of law or in law, whenever someone make a statement or someone make an assertion or someone assumes something and you don't rebuttal, that means you acquiesce. Okay, you acquiesce to what they're saying. All right, so that's what she did. When he said that she was, promiscuous, she never rebutted that. All right, so therefore she agreed to it. That's what acquiesce means in legal terms. All right, so he never said it that way, but basically that's what's being insinuated when someone say you're promiscuous in street terms. Someone may say, well, you know what, you were being a hoe. All right, but she never rebutted that, so she did acquiesce. All right, that means she agreed.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. When he indicated that you and me both had
Promiscuous
colorful
relationship.
past
Yes.
sexually,
Yes, colorful.
you didn't deny that, so I
No.
just took that to mean,
Okay.
okay, we don't
Yeah,
have
I'm
to go any
okay
further.
with that. But he's
But
gonna have to
what
keep
you're
what
trying to
I'm
get at
going
is
on.
because of that, you continue
my
to doubt whether or not this
That's
young
why-
man was your son because you felt like there's a chance that someone else could be his dad. So
All right,
what
so-
I want to now get to is how did you end up starting to pay child support?
All right, so let's pause here for a second because, like I said, this is all about edutainment. All right, I've been looking at the show, and real talk, quick story again. On my other YouTube channel, one of these videos just came up as a suggestion. Never saw any of those shows. I mean, never heard of Paternity Court, but it came, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should check. The title kind of drew my attention. So when I clicked on it, man, listen, I'm literally over 50 to 75 episodes in. It's really addictive, but I didn't look at it, because it was, yes, true, it was addictive, but something pretty much came to mind where I should do these videos and go through it and teach people, but at the same time, let them be entertained because people perish for the lack of knowledge. And I'm looking at these court shows and realize there's a lot people have to learn. So let us go look at the definition. All right, let us go look at acquiesce, right? Let's see if they have the etymology of that. But we could look at that, as just a regular Google, search. But let's see if they have the acquiesce, right? Remain at rest, all right, agree, all right, tacitly concur, all right. So basically you are literally saying when you don't rebuttal something, you're saying you agree. So that's what the judge is just, again, confirming what I just told y'all. So whenever you're in court and anybody, whether it may be the judge or if you're a defendant, you have the plaintiff. If the plaintiff, all right, is making an accusation and you don't rebuttal, okay, then that's what it means within law. You acquiesce, all right? So I just wanted to point that out because once again, this is not just about breaking down the show and giving insight. It's also about educating. That's why this is about edutainment, all right? So let's get into that. Just wanted to point that out.
Well, she apparently was receiving aid to families with dependent children. And because of that, they're taking money from me to repay back the state in which we live.
But
So
you were
I'm paying back.
identified during that time as the father.
Apparently so. I went to Georgia. I left.
Did you know it was coming out of your check?
It wasn't until I
That's it,
received
sister.
I received a settlement, a pre-settlement
Okay.
from a company,
Okay.
and the state
Since
taking the
They gave it
entire
to me.
amount.
They gave it to
So
me.
when this big
10,000.
amount was taken from you, that was the time when you said, okay, wait a minute.
Heart attack time.
Every time it said child support, you quit. So that
You
made
don't
you go
know
into
why.
arrears.
I quit my
It goes-
job.
It doesn't matter why. You still had arrears to pay. And
Most
you
of
did
the
not pay them.
times I had my own catering business.
All right.
Okay, so why did you
Let's
pay
get
your
some
taxes in
Because I
arrears?
did not
Let's
think
get
you
some
was
order. Let's get some order. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get some order. I want to hear from Jamal. Mr. Wilson, please step up. Thank you for joining us today. Now, as a child growing up, you're 22 now, right? As a child growing up, was it your understanding that he was your dad? Were you made aware?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I can remember when I was young, very young. I mean, we used to drive a Mercedes.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to go with Christmas. I forgot where he was living, but he brought us to his house, and we used to see all the nice Christmas lights on other people's house. And that was the last weekend I remember me spending with him. So a couple years ago by, I'm about 7. My mother, I think my mother was incarcerated at the time. I'm not sure. But my grandmother had custody of me. He popped up. He told me, son, you need a haircut. I'm going to come back and get you to get a haircut. That was a Friday, he told me. Saturday morning, my grandmother got me up, told me, you going with your dad. She fed me breakfast, packed my clothes, set me in front of the door. Hours go by, nightfall. Like, he didn't come.
You sitting at the door.
Sitting at the door. So,
I'm sorry that happened.
so the next day, Sunday comes. Well, he probably had something to do because he was busy, like he a chef.
Yeah, I
He
always
was
used to
busy.
tell him,
I mean,
Dad is
it
at
been
work. I
days.
never bashed him like
Like,
that.
she never told her, here,
Nothing
baby.
bad. Never told
He
him.
not
Never had him like that.
She never done it like
Never did
he,
that.
he's working. She always
That's all
tell
I
her.
see. Your dad.
So,
All right, so check this out. All right, I have much respect for the mother because she didn't bash the man, even if she assumed, right, or she told her son that was his father. She never bashed the man, and I have a lot of respect for people like that because you see, a lot of women, they don't have that. There's no honor sometimes. You feel me? If you and a man, y'all not together, there's no need to bash the man because we always have to think of the children. It's always the children that's being hurt the most. Okay. Now you see, he almost literally shed a few tears when he was a young boy. And then the man told him that he was going to come get him to get a haircut. And he sat and waited, and the man never showed up. Now, as a man, right, even if you feel that's not your child, but still, making a promise to a child like that, as a man, you're supposed to keep your word because your word is your bond. You feel what I'm saying? Situations like that and those type of actions could damage children, especially his mother was in jail. You feel me? And you, even if you claim to be the father or not, that's not the point. The point is you made a promise to the young boy. You know what I mean? And you not showing up, that is what's going to stick in his mind. And that's what's affecting him. People don't realize hurt people. And that's how you break the cycle. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop hurting people, man, regardless of what the situation is. Okay? Regardless of what the situation is. Relationships don't always work out, but you always have to be mindful when children are involved. So right there, yes, he's honest about being promiscuous, but I have no respect for making a promise to a child and got them sitting at a window looking and you will never show up. That, to me, that ain't even real. You feel me? And that's sad.
that Sunday comes. I'm standing in front of the same dude, waiting. And he never comes. So I realized myself, well, tomorrow, Monday, I got to go to school, so he's not coming. That was the last time I saw him until about 6-7 months ago.
Start the new year with our best deal yet. Act now to get Altice One Plus Internet from Optimum for only $64.99 a month.
Okay, before we proceed, once again, I just got to keep it 100, you know what I mean? A reminder.
Fair use. Fair use.
Okay.
What happened 6 or 7 months ago?
That's when he says that I kicked him out. I kicked his car. And I can admit, I did curse him out because...
Well, I might have too if I was still waiting at the door with my bag, waiting on my haircut. So, Mr. Darensburg, surely you understood this young man's frustration.
Right now, I'm saying
here, but I didn't show no frustration with him when I first saw him. I was happy to see him. So I walked up to the color show, you know, I'm a grown man now.
So you were still coming up to speak to him?
Yeah, I'm like, what's up, man? What's up? Who is you?
But wait a minute, Mr. Darensburg, you said, who are you?
I didn't know that kid.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you. I did not know.
You didn't recognize.
I did not recognize this kid. I did not recognize this kid. Now,
all right. Once again, our children are not kids. All right. Goats have kids. All right. And of course, Ebonics. You know what I mean? Yes. We're not going to play the semantics with the proper grammar. Who are you? He said, who is you? That's Ebonics. You know what I mean? That's how some of us talk in the hood. All right. So I'm cool with that.
You did confirm that you told that child you were coming back to give him a haircut. And you never came back?
Can I explain that?
Yes, that's what I need you to explain.
That. Not only did I offer to give him a haircut, I went out and I purchased some outfits for them. Okay? Still not knowing that he's my child. I went to the store, I purchased the clothes, and I bought a pair of Thrive Right shoes.
That we never got.
And wait a minute, I'll explain to you why you didn't get them. When I went in the house, I gave her the receipt, her grandmother.
My mother.
Her mother. I gave her the receipt. She said, well, where are the receipts for the shoes? I said, well, on the JCPenney receipt. Oh, well, no, I usually go to Strive Right and get the shoes. I say, well, my money said JCPenney. Now, if you don't remember this, I say, well, Denita told me he wasn't my kid anyway. Yeah. And I left there.
I hope he doesn't remember that.
I hope
he doesn't remember that. So you got into an argument of sorts with Ms. Wilson's mom over the clothes that and you purchased. Ended up taking it out of there.
I had taken it back, and I had children. I have other children, and I moved on. Can I see something? I moved on.
And I just want to hear, before you move on, Mr. Wilson, so that was the clothes. So that started the haircut issue. That was...
I didn't go back.
You never went
insulted. I didn't go back. We never had DNA. My kids...
And you never were thinking to yourself, this child may think that I'm actually coming back for this haircut. Regardless of the argument about the clothes.
I don't think I told him. I think I told his grandmother that they needed a haircut.
He told me. I remember putting the big hands on top of my head, son, you need a haircut. And come back and get you tomorrow and get you a haircut.
I hope that he can see as a man, he cipher through this and see if he went through the same situation. Madam, it's no way. I can attest to heaven.
His entire family acknowledges him.
Will you please
except
let
him.
me know? Well, my entire family
his deceased dad, his deceased grandfather, his step.
Everybody acknowledges me. Even this made me
acknowledges.
So what happened when you say you cursed him out without using the language, Mr. Wilson? What happened? Did you?
When I walked up to the truck, I'm like, well, what's up, man? He's like, he asked me. No, I didn't. Before I slammed on the truck, I hit his truck after I cursed him out. That was after, because I was angry the way he handled it when I tried to speak to him. Yeah, he like, who are you? So I stopped back. I'm like, you don't know who I am? Well, your mama told me everything. That's what he told me. Well, your mama told me not to. I'm like, well, you ain't trying to find out if I was for you or not. That was my first and only time seeing you.
Let's get some order. Let's get some order. Hold on 1 second, because what it sounds like to me is there's so much miscommunication going on. People are not fully explaining their intention, and it's getting lost, and the next thing you know, the person feels like this person is trying to diss them, and now you've got a young man, as he tells this story of saying, I'm mad at my father, he never came to get me for the haircut, but I'm a grown man now, I just want to come out and say hello, and when he steps up to your car, when the first thing out your mouth is, who are you? That broke my heart today.
the rap.
But here's the thing, right? I mean, I get what the judge is saying, but look at it from the man's perspective. He didn't want that responsibility. Now, I'm not saying that's right, what he did, and I'm not saying what he did was moral, all right? But I'm looking at the situation for what it is. He didn't want his fiance to know that he was cheating, especially with her girlfriend. All right, that's number one. Number two, if a child came out of that, then there's a strong possibility that the new relationship that he was in, that woman wasn't having that. So the man was running away from the responsibility. I don't even think it was a matter of miscommunication. He just didn't want to be a part of it, period. It's like the saying, you want to have your cake and eat it too, right? But on the other hand, I feel the young man pain, and he should have handled it, the man. He should have handled that as a grown-up in a more responsible way. You know what I mean? He should have done that, because we always have to put the children, okay? Always have to focus on the children, regardless what you are going through as parents, as adults. Keep in mind that there are innocent children that's dealing with that hurt, the chaos, the confusion, all right? And it always reflects when they become adults, all right? So keep that in mind.
I have kids. I have a daughter who's 15, who's graduating from high school, will be a freshman in college at the age of 15. I have a daughter who's 25 years old.
What are you getting?
What I'm getting at is that when he come up to my truck, slams on my truck that way, I'm surprised he's calm now. He has a very bad attitude.
But
None
Mr.
of my kids.
Mr. Darensburg, no. I gotta stop you, because we can break this down real fast.
He doesn't
All
know
the
you.
rest of your kids,
All the
you
rest.
showed up for the haircut.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You came back. Daddy's gonna pick you up at this time, and you came back and you did for them.
I did not know this kid was my
We've
kid.
acknowledged that.
Listen,
We've
okay.
acknowledged why you had the doubt. And Ms. Wilson herself has said openly that she didn't let you know from the beginning that this could potentially be your child. There was a lot of miscommunication, a lot of lack of communication. And the only way we really are going to get to the bottom of this and see how we go from here is to hear the results.
Exactly.
Are we ready? Are we ready? Ron, do you have the envelope?
All right, so, this is your opportunity right now. The envelope is about to come, all right, to see if he's the father or not. So right in the comment section right now, let me know if you think he's the father, or if you don't think he's the father. Go ahead and make your comments right now.
The Line program is a master's in computer science program for people who haven't studied computer science.
Do you want to watch Paternity Court on TV? Go to paternitycourt.tv to find our local listings.
Fair use.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics in the case of Darensburg versus Wilson. When it comes to Damone C. Wilson, Mr. Darensburg.
All right, I'm going to take a look again before the results. I'm trying to see and make a final determination. Eyebrows, nose. Man, I could see a little more resemblance in the nose right now. You know what? I'm going to go on a limb here. I'm going to say he's the father. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'm going to say he's the father. All right? Let's see.
You are his father.
Wow.
I can say one thing. Can I just say one thing? I wasn't mad because he didn't come get me for my haircut. I'm mad because look how long it took you to come back after I'm a grown man. I got a son. My son going on 4. And that what made him get mad at me because I told him I'm going to be a better father than you ever was. So he got mad.
What do you-
And this is, you know, I mean, I'm not going to apologize for interrupting because that's what I do, right? That's about, you know, the insight and the breakdown. And that young man, you know, I know he said that he wasn't bothered by him not coming. The truth of the matter is he was. You see what I'm saying? But he even got more hurt by the fact that, you know, he just never came back. It took him so long to come back. And I'm glad that he said that, you know what, he got a son now. His son is 4, and he's going to be a better example. He's going to be a better father than the man who was alleged to be his father that turned out to be his father. So I don't have any updates, but I hope that, you know, I just hope that, you know, he is still a good father to his 4-year-old son. You know, hopefully, there's a potential where I'm able to probably do updates with those people. So I'm putting out there for this young man. If you see this video, by all means, man, you know, put a comment in the chat, or, you know, hit me up on the channel, and I would love to get an update to see what's going on with you and the gentleman, and also your son. All right, let's hear what the judge got to say.
What do you want to say?
Well, first of all, I want to sincerely apologize to you. I want to do what I can for you.
I don't need you to do
And
nothing.
I understand that.
You,
I understand that. But I would love to
be in my son's life.
Again.
That's it.
Well,
That's all. I'll be a bigger person and let you in my son's life. He don't know you. He never saw you.
Right. And I would just like to shake hands with you, hug you, and let you know that I love you.
And here's the thing, man. You see, that's another thing men don't quite comprehend. And as a father myself, I know what that means, right? What it means to have your father in your son's life. Okay? That's, man, listen, that is more than gold. That is priceless. Because when you grow up with that void, man, a lot is missing. I mean, not talking, you know, we're not talking about the troubles you could get into in the streets. You know what I'm saying? We are talking about that emotional pain, that emotional void. All right? And that was another reason for me wanting to do this, because I really want fathers and brothers and men out there, okay, to know, man, like, regardless of what the situation is, find a way to have a relationship with your child. I know it's not always easy, you know what I mean? But find a way to have a relationship with your child, man. Too many people are broken. Too many people are hurt. And we got to change that. We got to change it.
Yeah. We're going to take care of this. We're going to take care of this. If he's not doing that, he's going to be shuffling some pots and pans and starting the catering business over
What?
again.
Now that's father and
Not
son.
that's-
Good talk
that's
right
really
there.
nice.
Look, let me say this before we close, because these are the kind of endings that this court loves to see. You come in with miscommunication,
Yes.
and through testimony and airing out your differences, you begin to communicate what's most important, is that family,
Yes.
at the end of the day, is all we have.
That's exactly.
That no matter what has happened in the past, we can go forward. According to Jared.
He's a handsome boy and quite smart. I mean, he was able to take care of himself 22 years.
Yeah.
So,
All right, so here we go, right? Like I said, this is about breaking down the video, giving my insight. So he said his son is a smart boy, right? Let us go look at the true meaning of the word smart, right? Because once again, this is edutainment. Okay, we're doing it for entertainment purposes, but at the same time, I want to educate you, the public. So let us go look at the etymology. Remember, the etymology of a word is the origin of the word. All right, the origin of the word in its formation. All right, so when you look at the etymology and the energy that that word smart carries, is what it is: to be painful. Okay, to be painful. That's what it means, to be in pain. All right, originally to bite. So when you say that you're smart, you're saying that you're in pain. All right, to rob away, to harm. That's the energy that it carries. Because remember, you're always casting spells. That's why as children, they tell you to what? Spell, ABC, spell a word, because they're getting you programmed, all right, to spell words. So those are spells that you are casting. So when somebody say, oh, you know what, you're smart, and you say yes, what you're doing is you're admitting that you're in pain. All right. So I just want you to know that. So again, this is about education. This is about entertainment, edutainment. All right. So I hope you appreciate that. You feel me? Let's go back to the video.
But I gotta give him kudos for that. And I'm dying to see the dance.
I think everything turned out great, and I haven't fallen out. So, yeah, everything is
Some
everything.
closure on some
Let's close.
issues.
Let's close. We're gonna be all right.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. So, man, listen, I'm excited. You know, this was the first video. We got through it. You know, we're gonna do a lot more episodes. All right, and hey, like I said, man, I love the concept of the show. And another, you know, just to summarize things is we see in relationships that yes, he had a woman, right? In fact, he had a wife, and he said he was on the verge of breaking up, right? But then he happened to have a woman, which was her friend. And I don't know what happened, but for some one way or the other, they linked up. All right. She had sex with her friend's potential husband because he was engaged to her. All right. And he had sex with her friend. All right. So people are sleeping around, all right, behind people's backs. And like I said, there is a point of all this to again show people this is what people do naturally. All right. If you look in my intro video, it is literally me making the statement that people are polygamous by nature. And that's the message that I want people to really see and comprehend. Now, a lot of people may be in denial and say, you know, no, that's not true. Everybody's monogamous or most people are monogamous. That's not true. Okay. In nature, polygamy is natural. You feel me? And that's what people do naturally. The problem is people hide those things as secrets. And that's when you start hurting people because you're not being honest. All right. And I wanted to go through a series of these videos to prove my point, because if that were not the case, paternity court wouldn't exist. It is because people are being, you know, and they're actually expressing their natural ways or their natural feelings. That's what it is. It's natural. But because society has put such a negative stigma on being polygamous, all right, people have to hide in secret to do what they want to do naturally. And then all of a sudden somebody's pregnant. Then here we go. All the stories coming out. Okay. So I want to reshape people's minds to let you see that this is natural. Polygamy is natural. And we're going to do a series of videos, and we're also going to talk about that as well. So I hope you enjoyed the first episode, and I will see you at the next one. All right. Take care.